Hey guys, I am back with a very fall inspired look today. So if you want to see how I got this, I will be back in like a week with a get ready with me doing this look. It's very orange and glittery, so orange and brown. So it's like I put the leaves on my face and it's only October. So that is what I have going on my face. But what I'm here for today is an update to my Pan That Face palette series. If you're new here, I'm panning the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked, which is from when they celebrated going completely cruelty-free back in 2018, which was a while ago. So this palette is almost exactly 4 years old. I will have gotten it like 4 years ago next week, so it's old. That's part of why I'm focusing on it, and partly because I love this palette, and if I'm going to spend a year focusing on a makeup palette, I want it to be something that I enjoy. I'm not a fan of like hate panning things or like forcing myself to use things that I really don't like. If I can repurpose something into a way that I like wearing it, that's great, but I was just really excited about using this palette. So I'm gonna very quickly show you where we were like last month. And this is where we are today. So as you can see, I have worn away the bronzer. This almost entire corner is used up, which it was full of product last time. This little sliver is wearing down. It used to be fatter, but it's also like thinner, and I've worn away more of the waffle, so that's great. This highlighter, it's very hard to see, but this little bit right here is like almost completely worn down, so we'll see much more pan next month, hopefully. I think we can get there. This blush, I think this little corner is a little bit more sparse, if you can see that, but honestly, I'm not sure if it has that much progress, because I've been using this blush a ton. It's what I'm wearing today. I've been going in with my ABH Lipstick and Spice, dabbing that on with my beauty blender, or Real Techniques sponge, I guess. It's not a beauty blender. And then going over it, like kind of on the tops of my cheekbones with this shade and like a big fluffy brush. And it looks so beautiful. I'm a really big fan of this blush, so I'm not at all upset that I've been wearing it so often. As we can see, I'm almost done with half the palette, and then I will have a lot more blush and highlighter to use. I have been toying around with the idea of just continuing this project into 2023 and just focusing on this until I use it up. That is an option. I could very well do that. I've also thought about taking a break from it, panning some other things, maybe revisiting it in 2024. The formula doesn't seem to have changed at all. It's still a very beautiful formula, baked kind of consistency, not too powdery, but you can kick up some powder if you really dig in there, which is kind of how I have to get into this bronzer now, because it's not like I can't just like tap my brush in. It's just so little. I kind of have to like rub my brush in and kick up some product and then collect it all up with my brush. So I don't think that these bronzers are gonna last to the rest of the year. I think I'll probably finish them up in November is my guess. And then after that, I'll have a lot more blush to go. So we'll see how things are going, what I'm feeling like using. This Mood Flush blush is much more worn down than Nude Glow, so there may become a point where I just have these two left. Probably not this year. I don't think I could use up Mood Flush this year. I could probably use it up by like next March if I really focused on it, I feel. But I don't feel like forcing myself to use one blush or the other. I kind of just use whichever one I feel like that day, which is good because I'm painting the whole palette. I would like to start seeing some progress on Nude Glow, like some visual progress. Right now, I can't really tell anything. I know that it's not as domed as it once was, and compared to the dome that's still left on this half of the highlighter, it looks pretty flat when you kind of tilt it back and look at it this way. So I know that I do have good progress on this. I mean, I've used this palette a ton before I even rolled it into this project, so I know that I can get it used up. If you have any suggestions for whether or not I should continue with it or take a break from it at the end of the year, let me know, because I'm really not sure what I'll do. I might just look at what else I'd like to pan and then decide from there. But I'm really happy with the progress that we're getting on these bronzers. Once I'm done kind of with these two bronzers, then I'm excited to like move on to something else for a little bit, because luminous bronzer isn't my favorite. I tend to prefer a more matte formula most of the time, except like in like the peak of summer when it's super warm and glowy out, then I like a shimmery bronzer, but the rest of the year I prefer a matte bronzer. So I'm excited to get these two used up. And then I'm hoping to see some visual progress on Nude Glow soon. And I'd like to hit pan in that little kind of area right here on the highlighter that is very, very close to pan. So those are my goals for the upcoming month. We'll see if I can see any visual progress. I'm really just hoping to see visual progress on these three and then just keep using the blushes the way I have been. That is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are having an amazing, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.